Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So as I'm sure you're aware, there are a lot of different ways to make a ton of money, and one of them involves saving a lot of money. That's right, guys. You can actually save your way to making millions of dollars with this video here, okay? CNBC Make It posted this. It's titled, I turned this cash-only savings hack into an $850,000 business. And within a few days, it's racked up almost 500,000 views. And I gotta say, the idea is genius. It's one of these concepts that I'm thinking to myself, why didn't I think of this? It's so simple, yet so genius. And I'm about to show you exactly what it is as soon as you hit the like button and subscribe. And if you're wondering, by the way, where I got this cup, icedcoffeehour.club. And we .club because .com was taken. So I'll link to that down below. Get yourself your iced coffee hour mug. And now with that said, let me show you this video.
I just remember wondering how I was gonna make it through the next month. Had a degree, no job, student loan debt hanging over my head, credit card debt hanging over my head. And January 1st came and I was like, I will never be in this position again.
That's because she didn't subscribe to my main channel, Graham Stephan, because I'd be telling her, you gotta save, you gotta make more money immediately. No credit card debt, we're paying those off on time, we're increasing your income. You know, job hoppers actually end up making about 50% more on average, within a few years. So many different ways to make a ton of money. But that's what happens when you take personal finance seriously.
And that's when I started researching ways to budget, and I found cash budgeting and started throwing it on social media to keep myself accountable. I started the business after my TikToks went viral. I was like, okay, well, people are actually interested in this.
TikTok is such a great proof of concept. I think we're going to see such big businesses come out of TikTok over these next few years. I mean, we already have, she's a prime example of this, but I think TikTok is going to just create so many new actors, musicians, businesses. I think there's so many concepts out there that could thrive on TikTok. If you could create a compelling advertisement, because that's essentially what this is. It's an advertisement for 60 seconds. That's free. Imagine back in the day, you'd have to get yourself, an ad in a newspaper, spend thousands of dollars, create a TV commercial, run it on certain networks. I mean, it's so expensive. Now, you could create an advertisement, any business you want with your phone, test the concept ahead of time. If people like it, great. If not, then scrap it and try something else. There's so many opportunities to make money right now. And TikTok, I think, as well as YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, those are the ways to do it. That's how you make money in 2023.
My name is Jasmine Taylor. I'm 31 from Amarillo, Texas, and my business brought in over $800,000 last year.
That's insane. So $850,000 selling cash stuffing envelopes. Again, this is the type of business that I'm thinking why didn't I think of this? It's such a basic concept. It's so simple. People immediately understand what it is. Now, this is probably meant for people who are just not that good with savings and need that physical cash on them to see the results of their effort. But you know what? If it gets you to save more money, I'm all for it. Looking to start cash stuffing. I believe this is a Dave Ramsey method, and this has been around for a while now, so it's not a new concept, but I think it's so cool that she's able to take a concept that's proven to work, that people enjoy, that works, and then just update it, make it a little easier, make it a little more fun for people, add a few additional concepts that would work well. I mean, this is a prime example of, I think, a perfect business.
The first product we sold was just a simple budget binder. So you could buy a binder, pick your cover, add your name, and then choose 6 categories. And then we moved on to adding in different savings challenges. This one's pretty cute with the piggies and the wallet.
Look at that. Within a first month, she profited $9,300. That is insane. Again, I have a feeling her TikToks really helped contribute to this and drive a lot of traffic, but that's what it's for. You should not be using TikTok as a way to mindlessly just scroll and just drool is coming out of your mouth and your eyes are glazing over and just sitting there like a robot, like that the entire. TikTok could be a waste of time if you don't utilize it effectively. TikTok could also make you a ton of money. It could be a great business. You could network and meet so many people and expand beyond your wildest dreams if you use it appropriately. Most people don't do that. They just sit there mind-numbingly, just scrolling, learning nothing. I mean, I want you to think about this, to put it into perspective. If you watch an hour of TikTok, how much of that do you realistically remember? None of it. Go and think of if you're on TikTok, Go and think about what you watched yesterday. Do you remember a single thing on that? No, you don't. Because it's mind-numbing. There's no information that sticks. It's just like dopamine hit, dopamine hit, dopamine hit. Use it to make money. That's what she's doing. That's what you got to do too.
Out of stock on our website doesn't mean that we're out of stock in our warehouse. We stock enough items that we can pack and ship out that same week.
Oh gosh. And listen, the worse the economy does, the better her business is going to do. This is a recession-proof business. If we're going into another 5 years of just recession, people going and losing their jobs and not making enough money, like her business is going to boom. This is the type of business that you want to be in. A business that does well when everyone else is not.
I believe that my mindset changed in December of 2020. I was working at the freestanding emergency room, and then I lost that job actually over the holidays.
Wow, yikes, $60,000 worth of student loan debt and $9,000 worth of credit cards and medical debt. Yeah, you know what, that's what's going to happen though. When you have student loans, you lose your job. It's easy to rack up the bills though. Really no fault of your own until you can get another job, but that is just a precarious place to be in.
I have bipolar disorder, so at the beginning of my journey, I understood that a lot of my impulse spending was tied to that.
Look at that, the cash stuffing method on YouTube. Yeah, again, this is a popularized method. It's been around for a while. There's really nothing new about it, but she was able to take it and just improve on it. What you should do right now is go and look throughout your life. Like find what you're doing throughout the day and then try to make those processes easier, because most likely if you have a difficulty, a million other people have the exact same problem. So if you could provide a solution to that, you're winning. You're going to make money as well. And you're also going to help a lot of people. So in her case, it was she's overspending. She can't properly save the money, found a method to help her with that, and then brings that method to everyone else who has the exact same problem. Oh, that's so smart. See, when you save up the money in the envelopes, you have the money there to spend throughout the month. And then once it's gone, it's gone. Why people can't just do this with, a checking or savings account, again, it comes down to how disciplined you are. I've always believed that if you don't have the money to buy something outright, beyond maybe a car and a house, you shouldn't spend money on it. Like going out to eat. If you don't have the money to spend on it, just don't do it. It doesn't make sense to put it on a credit card and then hope that you'll pay it off later. You just end up, that meal ends up racking up interest and costing twice as much as you wanted to spend today. So I think this system solves a lot of problems.
So the first day of the month, I go and deposit everything I've cash stuff into the bill account, and as the month goes on, everything is direct deposited. The first time I had been able to save $1,000. Like I'd never been able to hold on to $1,000.
Again, that's a good Dave Ramsey method. Dave Ramsey's first step is to save $1,000. He said that for the last few decades. Now, why $1,000? Well, as George Camel explained to me, it's simply the psychological benefit of just saying you got $1,000. $1,000 is enough to pay for most little minor emergencies come up. Sure, your car breaks down. Might not be enough for that, but it can get you through, groceries rising in price. Egg prices are now $10 for a dozen. It's crazy. Gasoline goes up. Like, you have something to fall back on should you absolutely need it. That's a first step, and that gives you the boost and the hype to continue. Just $1,000. That's all it takes.
It went crazy viral, and I was like, well, I'll be back tomorrow with another one. I knew the stimulus check was coming, and I literally just went for it.
Wow, look at that, $1,200 to start up this business. That is insane. This is one of the reasons why so many people are arguing over universal basic income. Now, for those unfamiliar with that, it's basically a guaranteed check every single month for every single person in the United States or, any country for that matter. Now, they would get rid of a lot of other social programs to pay for it, but in essence, everyone would have, let's just say, $1,800 a month coming in, no matter what. Whether you work, don't work, you stay at home, you do nothing, whatever. But the thinking is that might spark the creativity to go and spend some of that money to make even more money. I mean, it's really not enough to do whatever you want, but it should be enough to light the fire and hopefully give you the resources to pursue other projects. And that's what I think we're really getting at here.
Monday through Friday, I pretty much come in, admin, catch up on anything that's happening that's crazy that I need to fix. We go to the back, pack orders, unbox inventory, and we do that until 8 or 9 Saturdays and Sundays. We all come in and we heavily pack orders.
See, what a business. This is the way to do it. See, most people I feel like would get complacent. They're making $10,000 in a month and they're like,
Okay, well now I can just go on vacation and take it easy because this is just gonna last forever and I have it made.
but the thing with social media businesses like this is that they're so volatile. They could be around today and then all of a sudden, all it takes is one copycat to take exactly this, replicate it, maybe make a few little minor improvements, and then undercut you by a few dollars, and then run you out of business. This is something that she has to take so carefully. This is like, growing a fire, building a fire. You know how you see on Survivor, how they'll be like chipping away at, the stuff to make the fire, and they have to blow on it and like put leaves on it. She's in that stage right now. Like she sparked it. It's starting to go up, but it hasn't turned into something that's going to last forever. So right now, I think this is the time she's really got to double down, constantly improve, constantly aim to get better, and make the most of it while she still can. Because this is a business that I'm worried might have some longevity issues just because of how easy it is to just to replicate. There's really nothing proprietary about it, and that's what concerns me about this. But she's able to make a lot of money right now, and she is capitalizing on it. She's doing everything correctly from what I could see.
A lot of the income that I was making, I was very diligent about throwing it towards debt. I invest some in my future in the form of a 401k, pay my bills with it, give myself spending money. So the same stuff that I teach my audience, I still use in my daily life.
That's fantastic. See, it helps that she's actually using what she's selling, because then it makes it that much easier to talk about it, to get excited about it. Because listen, if she was selling something that she didn't use herself and she wasn't excited about it, she wasn't passionate about it, she get burnt out so quickly. Like, try doing something that you hate. You can't do it for longer than, I don't know, a few days or maybe a few weeks, whatever that might be. To build a business like this, you have to be all in 100%. So that's really working to her advantage right now. Similar to being able to get a free stock with her sponsor, Public.com, down below in the description when you make a deposit with the code GRAHAM. So enjoy.
We don't have an issue bringing in customers. Our issue is honestly that we can't fulfill more orders. We are shooting for $1 million at the end of 2023, and we are going to get it. I'm believing that we're going to get there.
It's crazy she still uses cash stuffing. I mean, at this point, how do you stuff hundreds of thousands of dollars? Imagine she starts doing this for her business. That would actually be a great idea, okay? Now, just go with me on this. Imagine for small business owners, okay? You have inventory, shipping costs, employee costs. You could just stuff those envelopes. Instead of personal finance stuff, go into the small business entrepreneur category. Have people save up for like licensing exams or, insurance payments or utility bills. There's so many things that she could do with this, with small businesses, and basically just expand on what she's already doing right now with her business. So many ways to make money with this.
I've never had a problem betting on myself. You gotta be willing to bet on yourself. If you don't, how can you expect anybody else to?
All right, so overall, I love the video. She's doing everything correctly. I wish her all the best. Again, my biggest warning with this is just to realize that it's going to be difficult to make a moat around this business because anyone is able to copy it. And I guarantee it's successful now. People are going to start to do the exact same thing. They're going to charge less. They're going to operate on thinner margins. It's just going to get tough. So that's why now is the best time to double down, really work as hard as you can, make as much money as you can while you still can, and no matter what, hit the like button and subscribe and add me on Instagram if you haven't done that already. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.